Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to make another cluster this time, and this one I'm calling it my bee cluster because I'm using a bee. I'm working with the Everyday Elements collection, which is designed by Annette Green, and she does that for Elizabeth Craft Designs. And I'm using a lot, so I will try to tell you what I'm using. I'm starting off with a postage stamp. And on that I'm stamping with a very nice background stamp. And it's actually called a Honeybee stamp. It's really fun. And I'm using it in combination with the latest Tim Holtz color. Dark, very dark brown. And I see that my camera has shifted a bit, so there is a bit of darkness in the bottom of the video. I'm sorry for that, I did not notice while crafting, but I think everything can be seen quite good. I decided to use Versamark in combination with embossing glaze, and this is the speckled egg, because I love the kind of vintage blue, and I'm going to use it throughout the whole project. It just gives a great effect. Really pretty. And I'm always happy when the powder goes back in the jar. Yep, it works. And so I'm taking my heat tool and melt the powder. Done. Then I'm taking another stamp. This is the Happy stamp from the Everything's Blooming collection. And I'm just stamping it with black ink, and it's not going to be perfect because I have some embossing powder on there, but that's okay. You might or you might not see it later on. It's just a background, creating a background. So that's done. Then I am just trying out some pieces of fabric and lace I have, and I'm just thinking, okay, what will I use? And I have those very pretty fancy flourishes, and I'm definitely going to use that on the background. And I decided to give the flourish, the same embossing glaze speckled egg color, because it ties everything in and it's very pretty. And I really love those fancy flourishes. And back in the jar, and I'm going to take my heat tool and melt the powder again. Then I decide that I will use a small doily from the set Small Doilies from, again, the Everything's Blooming collection, and give it the same speckled egg color with the embossing glaze. Well, my heat tool is being used, that's for sure. So that's pretty, and it just goes together very well like that. Then again, I'm just looking, okay, how do I want to do this? I'm going to glue down the flourish die. It's so pretty, and I'm using it in the corner because I definitely want to see it later on. And then I'm going to apply some fabric, and in the first instance I'm using glue for that, but somehow it didn't stick because, well, the embossing powder is underneath, so it's sort of plastic. And I'm trying again with the glue, but I end up using double-sided tape because it just don't want to stick on the plastic background, so to speak. Oh yeah, the honeycomb and the bee. And I'm thinking at this moment, okay, this is going to be pretty, but I don't like it that the fabric won't stick. So there I'm thinking, yeah, there is the double-sided tape. I'm just going to glue it down with double-sided tape. And I always have a problem taking the top off of the double-sided tape, but there it is. And that works. Let's do the top as well, just to make sure it sticks. And these clusters, I'm going to use them on a later moment. So I'm just making the clusters and I'm just saving them for another project. I might use it in my journal, I might use it in my planner, I might use it on a card. It always comes in handy to have these clusters, well, somewhere in my stash. So this is where I think, okay, I have one of those very pretty layered labels. They are from the Splendid Season collection, also from the Everyday Elements by Annette. And I'm thinking, okay, how do I want this? This is exactly how I want it. And I'm using the pieces that fell out of the honeycomb die on the project as well. And I decide to use the layered label. It's just a pretty label. And I'm thinking, okay, I've got a stamp with that. And it perfectly fits the die. Perfect. And then I have the word sweet, which is also from the collection. It is from the Everyday Words 2 set. And yeah, pretty. Success. And then I have to glue everything on the background. And I'm using 3D foam for that. Because, for the doily anyway, because otherwise it's going to be too flat on flat. And this gives it a bit of dimension. I always use a little bit of glue as well on there, on the foam. And there we go, pretty, yeah. That's where the label is going. I might as well just glue it on there, yeah. And then I am going to glue down the bee. And again, I'm using double-sided tape for that because, well, the doily is also done with embossing glaze. And as soon as that's done, it's a sort of plastic and it's difficult to use glue on it. So yeah, double-sided tape it is. And I'm really happy with it. Then I have a button. I bought a lot of buttons and I like using them on projects. And I have this thin white thread and I thought it was hemp cord. And the moment I start cutting it, I thought, oh no, it's elastic bands. But okay, well, that's okay. I can still make a little bow with it. So I'm going with the elastic bands on this one. I meant to use hemp cords, but okay. And now I'm going into the bit of darker. Yeah, I'm sorry about that video thing. My camera shifted. I told you before. So there we are. A little bow in the button and I'm just gluing it down with double-sided tape as well. And I think I am done. Oh yeah, then I had a bit of a struggle with one of those black thingies that fell out of my honeycomb die. And I definitely wanted that underneath and I had a bit of a struggle doing that, but I won. It's on there. It's so stupid. You just want that and you want that and you're just trying everything to do that. So that's it. That's my cluster. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.